guys, this is Abhishek, and today I'm going to talk about six magic topics that you can include into your conversation with women in order to keep the conversation going and also spark that attraction. All right. I noticed that a lot of guys have a big, huge problem of running out of things to say, facing awkward silences, and also struggling to find a good topic for conversation to keep the conversation going. And also, they struggle to lead their interaction towards their objective, that is creating attraction. A lot of guys don't have that clue. The reason why this happens is because a lot of guys don't have a clue what good topics of conversation are and what topics will lead the interaction naturally towards the desired attraction. By now, if you are, I assume like you already know that small talk types uh, that are interview based, or where you ask her questions about her family, job, and pets. These are not going to create any attraction, because this type of question do not help you immediately stand out from all the guys you probably talked with. So when you go and walk up to a girl and talk to her for the first time, she has a difficult time differentiating you from all the other guys who ask the same question. So if you ask the same question or same type of boring question, she has no option than to put you among all of them and reject you. All right, so this is why you need to have a pocket full of good topic for conversation, to create traction, to have it fun, to keep the conversation going, so that she opens up to you, she shares emotion, and she basically share everything about her. So also, another reason why you want to have a good topic of conversation is it sort of gives you control over the interaction. You see, like when you don't take control over the interaction, the girl you're talking with probably lead the interaction towards safe and boring topics. All right, and you probably don't want to do that. And if you read that Gary Null story in my friend's small talk tactic reports, the link is in the description box below. It's a free ebook, you can read it right now. So in that Gary Null story, you probably saw how my friend Bobby Rio handed over the control of the conversation to the girl, and they wound up like talking about health talking for the next 2 hours. So uh, but when you have like good topic of conversation to talk with, you will always be in control of the interaction, and also be able to steer it towards your objective in order to create attraction. All right, so it's very super important why you need to have you need so uh, when you have this topic for conversation, good topic for conversation, you will be much more likely be confident, and it will also help you like talk with a lot of girls, because in the back of your head you know these are the good topic conversations. So if I continue to talk about this, share my stories and statement rather than ask boring questions, it is going to help me stand up from a lot of guys who don't do that, and also it will lead towards sexuality or sexual attraction, create attraction in a girl. So with that said, in this video I'm going to give you like six almost magic like topics that you can talk with any girl and create attraction, never run out of things to say. So the first topic of conversation with a girl you're talking with: travel. Everyone loves to talk about travel, right? But the key here is to let her talk. Let her talk. You know, don't jump in, right? And be eager to share your travel stories to her. Let her talk. Take this opportunity to dig deeper into her hobbies, passion, interests, worldviews, etc. And of course, when your turn comes, you want to share a couple of stories also. And just make sure like don't share a list of places you've been to. Rather than, what you want to do is pick a couple of stories that are very memorable and fun and interesting, and share with that, and add some detail. Make it like share how you were feeling at that time, what was going through your mind, or what were you experiencing while you were in traveling, or while you were in that moment. So Travel is an attraction trigger because it just makes you seem worldly, and also it also makes you seem slightly out of reach also. So it's a good topic for conversation. So with that said, let's move on to the conversation that is lessons you have learned in life. We all have listened. We all have learned some valuable lesson in our life. And if you want to create attraction of women you're talking with, you want to tell your anecdotes in an amusing way. For example, when I'm talking with a girl, I often tell a story about how my boss used to grind me hard at work. He used to give me all the shit and make my life miserable, and only later I realized he was trying to test me in order to see if I really had what it takes. So, and uh, and I also segue into how women shit test men for the same reasons. The third good topic for conversation for attraction is future ambition. You want to tell stories of your future ambition in order to get her talking about hers too. Very important, because when a woman shares a future ambition with you, she's she you have a certain special bond with her. You create a special bond with her. It's like the woman is giving you a sneak peek into her soul, and now that you have seen it, now you share a special bond with her. And one important thing, when the girl is sharing her future ambition with you, I highly suggest not to crack jokes about it and not to belittle her. All right, because to be honest, like a lot of us hardly gets a chance to talk about our future ambition, and it means a big deal for us. The third, the fifth good topic for conversation for creating traction is observation about her. We all love someone making observation about us, especially by the people who we don't know. You can do this best by doing some cold reading on her, or simply telling her how she come across as a person, right? This is also conversations two ways. That means, like, no matter which topics you both are discussing currently, you can always inject your observation about her. For example, let's say she is sharing a story about a recent trip to Africa. You could say something like, "Oh, wow! First, when I started to talk with you, you seemed like a little princess. You kind of gave off like a princess vibe. It's cool to see that you are not afraid of being fun and interesting." Another good topic for conversation with a girl you're talking with is music. Music is a classic way of building a rapport with someone you don't know, especially if you share similar taste in bands or artists. And even if you don't share similar taste in particular type of bands or artists, it's still a good topic for conversation because it provides you um, ample opportunity to do some cold reading on her. You probably notice, like, people who share certain style of music share certain outlook in life, so you go and tell about that. It provides you an ample opportunity for to do cold reading on her. So once you do that, there you have it, six magic like conversation topics that you can include into your interaction with a girl and lead your interaction towards your objective, creating attraction, and also never run out of things to say and beat that dead air, and keep the conversation light, fun, and exciting. All right. And in my next video, I'll also like come up with another six magic like topic conversation, and with that, it will be like 12 almost magic like good topic for conversation with girl. All right. So with all these topics, you will never run out of things to say, and you know exactly what to talk about when you're talking with a beautiful girl. And also be sure that if you do it right, everything, you will lead that interaction towards your objective, creating attraction. So with the practice, you will never run out of things to say, and you will always avoid the awkward silences with women, and this fear will eventually go away. All right, and you'll come across as charismatic, awesome. So I highly recommend you watch another video also, and in order to do that, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And also, if you want to learn how to take a boring conversation and add some fun and sexuality into it, make sure to grab your free ebook, link in the description below right now. And if you have any experience or sticking points, make sure to comment in the box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.